I missed the month of October for manga, and instead of feeling happy and content that I didn't spend any money, in reality, I was fucking miserable because I realized that there is so many series that I haven't caught up on. But there's a lot to uncover here, so let's just jump straight to it with a title card. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro is about Nagatoro who bullies this kid, and then they start to get along with each other, and eventually they start catching feelings for each other. I definitely consider this a guilty pleasure of mine, and also a pretty controversial series for reasons that you guys can just look up online. But I love this series, I love the anime, and I can't wait for season 2 to come out in the winter. Summertime Rendering, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a mystery series where if I try to describe it to you, it'll just ruin the whole mystery, it'll ruin the whole series. The best way to go into this is being blind. All you have to know that it's amazing. It has a ton of action, drama, mystery, like I said, horror, romance, and it's overall just insane. It's a roller coaster of fun that I believe not many people are giving a chance. Trust me, you're gonna want to check this one out. Now this month I finally collected every single volume of Goodnight Poon Poon. I was only missing 2. It's definitely one of my favorite series that I own, and I will be talking about it more in depth when I drop the video essay, probably around January or February, so stay tuned for that. But Goodnight Poon Poon is basically Depression the manga, a very detailed insight on the life of Poon Poon as he grows up from a child to his early 20s. I definitely highly recommend everyone to read this story. It's honestly beautiful and very heart-wrenching, so go read it. Trust me, you won't regret it. Kami Can't Communicate is about this high schooler named Kami, and she's too antisocial to speak to anybody. She befriends this fucking loser, and he helps her become more sociable and get her over 100 friends by the time they graduate. It's a very romantic and comedic series that I talked a lot about in my reading challenge, so if you guys want to know more about that series, then go check out that video. Another one of my guilty pleasures, Hitomi-chan is Shy with Strangers, is about this girl named Hitomi-chan who befriends this fucking short loser, and they have fun doing random shit, and that's basically the whole series. You could technically say the same thing with Kami Can't Communicate, but it's a really good comedic romance series. It has the same usual cliches that they all have, and so if you're into that, I would recommend this series to you, and I would also recommend Kami Can't Communicate, since they're both technically the same series just with different main characters. Kaiju number 8 is about a man who transforms into a kaiju and then joins a kaiju defense team to kill other kaijus while also trying to hide it from the unimportant side characters. It's good. It's a basic shonen series with giant monsters. Nothing too special about the series. It's just pretty good. Only thing I can say that is different from other series is its art style. But at this point, I've been reading this series since it came out in the Shonen Jump app, and at this point, I need to just collect all of the physical volumes already. Zom 100 is a series that I talked a lot about. I even made a video essay on the series which you should check out, but for non-spoiler purposes, Zom 100 is a comedy action series taking place in a zombie apocalypse. The main character makes a list of 100 things to do before becoming a zombie, and him and his friends go out and try to accomplish those goals. It's very amazing, very funny series. I recommend everyone checking out Zom 100. Even if they aren't familiar with manga, I still recommend this to everyone. Drip Drip at first viewing seems like a horror manga by just the cover art, but when you read into it, it kinda has some creepy elements to it. But apparently this series is a comedy drama, and I didn't laugh once reading this book. Drip Drip is about this woman who gets massive nosebleeds whenever she touches something that she presumes as dirty. She's having trouble finding a partner because every time she would touch them, she would just bleed out everywhere. It's a very short 1-volume series made by the creator of Beastars, and honestly I didn't find it that interesting at first, but the ending was interesting until the last couple of panels where it just ends abruptly, which I didn't really like at all. Overall though, I don't think it's bad. I don't regret buying the book, and I would suggest others to read this series, but just a disclaimer, there's a ton of nudity and sex scenes in this book, so don't be like me and just be reading this in public. Now, these two series I've talked about in the 10 horror manga to read for Halloween video, and honestly both series are really great and both are also very different in tone. So if you want to know more about the series I'm about to say, just go check out that video. Ibitsu is about an urban legend who haunts dudes depending on the answer to her question, would you have a little sister? And it follows this unfortunate soul and his story. And Mieruko-chan is about this girl who can see ghosts but pretends not to see them so nothing bad happens to her. However, she can still see them messing around with other people and tries to put a stop to it. Both series, like I said, have two different tones and ways of being horror. Ibitsu is focused on stalkerish vibes and creepy atmosphere, while Mieruko-chan is heavily focused on scary imagery and fan service. Either way, both series are amazing and I definitely recommend both to anyone who's into horror. I started Blue Box when it first came out on the Shonen Jump app, and I really liked the romantic and sports genre mix it was going for. I also talked a lot about the series in the Shonen Manga haul video I did a few months back, but it finally got a physical release. I'm so happy to finally read it, like in its physical form, and I just can't wait to collect them all. Dan Dadan is about Momo, who believes in spirits, and Okarun, who believes in aliens. They try to prove to each other that aliens and spirits exist, and it leads into what the back of the volume states: a beautiful story of young love and oddly horny aliens and spirits. There's more to this story, but it has a pretty interesting concept. The comedy is just the two main characters just bickering at each other and how, and I quote, oddly horny aliens and spirits are. The action is pretty cool. The designs of the aliens and the spirits are actually also really cool. That's basically all I can say without spoiling too much. Overall, I am pretty excited to see where the story goes, and I will be collecting more when they do come out. I also suggest that you guys read this as well, because it's actually pretty cool. And lastly, I was thinking of getting another One Piece box set this month, but instead I saw that a brand new box set was actually out, and it turned out to be for My Hero Academia. Now, most of you know that I'm not that big on My Hero Academia, but lately, because of season 6, I decided to binge watch all of My Hero again, and it turned out better than I expected, and now I'm really excited for season 6. So I decided to get this box set, and now that I have the box set, I might as well collect more My Hero Academia. I already decided that I was going to collect the volumes that are already coming out, and I am caught up on the Shonen Jump chapters that are out, and now that I have a big head start, I might as well just collect every single volume of My Hero Academia. And that's it for this month. Honorable mentions go to Call of the Night Volume 4 and Another. I ordered it this month, but because there's none in stock, it should be coming by next month. But let's quickly show you the stats. You can pause it if you want. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it and have some manga recommendations, go ahead and give this video a like. Comment down below your recommendations, and why not hit that subscribe button for more manga and gaming related content. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.